Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Don Peterson. The video you're about to see is actually an excerpt from Miyagi for Golf, which is my online training course. So if you like the video, at the end I'll give you a link to Miyagi for Golf, my online training course. And please like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you back here and helping you with your golf game. Hi everybody, Don Peterson coming to you from the Swing Factory Golf Studio just north of Atlanta. Just in the last few days I've had some of it's funny how you get different types of golfers coming in and different problems, but just in the last few days I've had 3 or 4 players that were really steep and they're really strong. So I've had, you can see this mat that I have here where people hit, and there's a little red tee here, and towards the back of the mat it's about 6 or 8 inches, but I've had people hit, and you can kind of see right back here, it's almost, they've torn the mat because they've gotten so steep, and that's a good 6 or 7 inches behind the tee. So they get so steep back here, and then their downswing is so abruptly down, and then they're strong. So it's like they hit the mat and they can tear up the mat, and some of them I fear are going to injure themselves because they're hitting downward so violently. So I had to pull out my bow and arrow analogy for these guys, because I had to explain to him. I said, look, it's kind of like, instead of shooting your arrow towards the target, if I were going to aim at the target there, I'd want to line up my bow and pull back and shoot it that direction. But instead, what they're doing is it's almost like they're pulling up and shooting the arrow into the ground. It's like they're so steep, and then they're throwing it straight down into the ground. They have no chance of going through the golf ball towards the target. So just this simple thought. It kind of helped two out of the 3 guys. The other guy, had to work with him a little bit more because he just wanted to swing back too far. But if you can get the concept of, instead of pulling your arms up, instead of lifting your arms up and pulling bowstring up, feeling like you're pulling your arms more away from the target. So, in this case, let's say I'm going to set up and pretend like I'm hitting this direction instead of towards the launch monitor here. Instead of lifting my arms up like this, I want to feel like I'm stretching my arms wider. So the feeling of having them over here and then firing everything this direction helped both of these guys, okay? So instead of lifting up and then firing down towards the ground, they started feeling like they're stretching wide, like pulling back on the bowstring, and then throwing it this way with their body. So that's where the whole, your body's a bow and your arms are arrows. So during the backswing, you got to feel like you're stretching this way, throwing that way, all right? So here's what it would look like. Instead of lifting with my arms, I'm going to feel like I'm stretching more away, and you can see how this turns my shoulders more. So again, it's a really good thought or concept for those of you who are trying to get your power by lifting up. Try to get your power by winding wide, stretching wide, and throwing more towards the target, okay? This will shorten your swing, but it also create a little bit bigger shoulder turn. Hopefully you'll use the ground. You'll feel more torque in your trail leg. So this is mainly the concept. I've got other videos and drills to show you how to use your feet and legs and things like that, and maybe a back turn. But just try this concept next time you go out there. Instead of trying to lift your hands as high as you can, feel like you get them as wide as you can, and then throw towards the target instead of down into the ground where you can injure yourself, especially when you're hitting off mats. I mean, this is not just in here. We're talking about, there's mats at driving ranges on concrete, and if you're hitting down, you're jarring your elbows and your wrists. The better players in the world, it's like everybody's talking about shallowing the swing now. So when you hit a shallow shot, you're not going into the ground very hard with the club. In fact, you're going right through the golf ball. And what Mo Norman used to say, bacon strips, not hamburgers, okay? So stop going so steep, hitting hamburgers, and start going shallow and just hit thin bacon strip type divots. All right, so there you go. Thanks for watching my video. If you have more interest in Miyagi for Golf, it's an online training course where we ship you tools so you can train in the comfort of your own home. The tools will be available later this year. Right now, I'm offering Miyagi for Golf at a discounted rate, so check out miyagiforgolf.com.